Hi friends, today in this video, I'm going to first show you how to make a simple and basic circuit of voltage and current regulator with very few components. And then also we will dive into the advanced circuit with proper working with circuit diagram and PCB files. I used C5200 high power NPN bipolar transistor. Place it on heatsink and with screw secure it at its place. Now pre-solder all the pins of transistor. Use a 10 kilo ohms potentiometer for voltage control. Also use a 5 kilo ohms potentiometer for current control. Pre-solder all pins of both potentiometers. Connect pin 2 of this potentiometer with pin 1 of transistor. Take 220 ohms resistor, and connect between pin 2 of transistor and pin 3 of potentiometer. Now take 47 ohms resistor, and solder between pin 1 of both potentiometers. Take one N4007 diode, and solder between potentiometers. Take a 1 ohm 5 watt resistor, and solder on pin 3 of transistor. Connect the negative input over here. And positive input with pin 2 of transistor. Use alligator clip wires, and solder positive output with resistor. And negative output common with input. Here is the circuit diagram for reference. Install these knobs for both potentiometers. Now I will connect multimeter to track the output. With this potentiometer, you can control the output voltage. And current can be adjusted with this potentiometer. Since this is basic circuit, and may lack the proper working for different applications. So, I came up with another circuit diagram, and let's see how it works. The circuit uses the LM317 to control the voltage with this potentiometer, and provides reference voltage to this transistor for output. And BD139 is used to control the current with this potentiometer, and provides reference current to the transistor for output. Also, LM78Z5 provides fixed 5 volt for DC fan and energy meter. Then I converted circuit diagram into the PCB, to avoid messing up components on the pref board. And the PCB is going to be look like this. In order to manufacture this PCB, go to the video description, and with this link, sign up on JLCPCB website. JLCPCB provides easy, affordable, and reliable PCB and PCBA solutions, empowering electronic engineers to develop projects efficiently. Just upload your GBR file here. To get instant quote and order in minutes, it is easy as online shopping. After uploading, you can see the preview of the PCB. JLCPCB offers the 6-layer PCB in affordable prices and with attractive cost-effective discounts. A 6-layer PCB has additional 2 layers compared to the standard 4-layer PCB. The stacking technique reduces the electromagnetic interference and improves the performances of the electronics. Not only this, JLCPCB offers free wire-in pads to optimize routing efficiency, with cost-effective prices without compromising on quality, and delivers in fast turnaround time. Within some days I got my PCBs delivered, and the quality of the PCBs is amazing, and 5 pieces is for just $2. Here I got the PCB with purple color and it looks awesome. So, now let's start placing components according to the circuit diagram. You can download both circuit diagram and PCB Gerber file from description. Also, I have provided PDF PCB layout files in case if you would like to develop PCB at home. Now let's place transistors and voltage regulators on back of PCB. Now solder the components on PCB. Now trim the excess leads of components, and just for an option you can clean the flux residue on PCB with isopropyl alcohol. Now I cleaned the flux residue on PCB, and is ready for further assembly. I used these two pieces of spacers to allow some space between PCB and heatsink. I used this aluminum heatsink and had already drilled the holes for mounting of the circuit. Use these silicon pads to isolate transistor and voltage regulators from heatsink. Also use these plastic washers on screws of voltage regulators. Use a 5-volt fan for cooling, and mount on the side of heatsink. I also used this DC volt and ampere meter. And used these glass fiber sleeves for protection of these wires against heating, as these wires goes to circuit through the heatsink. Connect the red wire to pad marked with R. And connect black wire to pad marked with B. And same here, connect red wire to R. Black wire to B. Yellow wire to Y. And connect fan in the spin header connector. Now our circuit is almost ready, also cooling fan is mounted, and still we need to connect one thing, and that is potentiometers. You can use these type of potentiometer over here. But as it is single turn potentiometer, it will be little tricky to set the precise output voltage and current. So I preferred to use this multi-turn potentiometer. It will let you set the precise voltage and current easily. So let's solder these potentiometers at their place. I used these alligator clip wires at output to connect load easily. Connect DC input wires in input connector, and turn on the power. Okay. Now with this potentiometer you can set the output voltage under 30 volts. For testing, let's set it to 12.5 volts. I will use this lamp as load at output. And with this potentiometer, when I increase current, you can see current start increasing and also voltage start showing little drop. And when I start decreasing the current, voltage start coming back to set voltage. So this is very easy and useful circuit, and you can assemble this circuit in the enclosure to use it easily. Also it is recommended to use little bigger heatsinks and keep the loads under 10 amperes. For more useful videos, subscribe the channel. Also check out these recommended videos. Thanks for watching.